Shalom.
Shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. That's right. All right. We GmsLouisianaSaints. All right, coming at you again with another live lesson. All right. Before we get started, we're gonna face the east. We're gonna give all honor and glory to
Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahushua. Ba'ashem. Harakakodash.
All right. Give honors to the elders and apostles and great millstone. Salutations and blessings to you, Akim, that's preaching this truth and sincerity. And today we're getting into Bible prophecy, man. All right, pertaining to the news and what's going on. Um, with the economy, with real estate. All right, we're gonna flow through the spirit. Lord willing, it'll be edifying to others who may be listening.
That's right. This is it's the book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 26. Red letters, Yahushua is speaking. And as it was in the days of Noah, which is Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. Verse 27, they did eat, that Son of Man being Yahushua, man, the coming of Yahushua, all right? Before the great return of whom the word isn't really calls Jesus Christ, you're going to have similar days as it was in the days of Noah, man, all right? The inhabitants are going to be doing almost mirroring the same type of, because what? They come back in that reincarnation, man, all right? It says, they did eat, they did drink, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark and the flood came and destroyed them all.
That's right. So basically, all those people, all right, back then, all right, what they was into, different things, all right, other than prophecy, all right. They was, like the scripture says, giving into wine, giving into marriage, all right, into all, other things besides the scriptures, all right. And so what? Wrath came upon them, all right. So the scripture is basically saying, as in those days, it's going to be these days, all right, because those same exact spirits, all right, are back on the earth today, all right. Just as the scriptures say that the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets, all right. So those same spirits, if the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets, all right, then those same spirits that were doing the same things before are going to be subject to the same vanity that they were before as well, all right.
It says, verse 28, likewise also as it was in the days of Lot, all right, as we all know, Lot was Abraham's nephew, man, all right. That story was situated in the land of Sodom and Gomorrah, man, all right. And remember, Abraham was a righteous man, right? He chose the lot of what? Paying tithes to Melchizedek, who is Yahushua, all right, the high priest, instead of following after the king of Sodom, man, all right? So our forefathers stood with integrity and were in their same lives, like the brother said, just backing you up. Now, I got one backing you up after this, all right? Now, Sodom and Gomorrah, keep that in mind. It says, likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. Go ahead, brother.
That's right. So as the days go, all right, what they started to, they built it, all right. They sold and they bought, man. All right. These are the things that those people focused on, man. All right, because
that's right. Focusing on what? Their commerce, their train of work, whatever their career is, man. Climbing up that ladder because it's literally levels to this left-handed kingdom, man. You start on a level, and Jake gets the mindset of Esau where he wants to go up. He wants to go up. It's a high to him. Oh, achievements, goals, fabrication. It's like a drug to Jake, man. Money, cars, clothes, and success. All right? This is backing you up, Bach. It says, likewise, also in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built it. All right? But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. That's right. Backing it up. It's Matthew 10 and 15. It says, verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable. Now look what the Lord did to Sodom and Gomorrah. He said he rained fire and brimstone. Right. So if it's more tolerable, that means it's going to be a worse punishment for America. This is speaking about America. It says it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. All right, that city is talking about Babylon the Great, man. Babylon the Great is that great whore that sitteth upon many waters, man. All right, that scarlet colored beast, man. Okay, and it's going to be more tolerable because this place is going to be hit by ICBM nuclear missiles, man. All right, those arrows that are gonna shoot from all the ends of the earth, man. All right, and just take this place down. It's gonna be like something never seen before, man. All right, greater than that fire and brimstone because America has greater sins than Sodom and Gomorrah, man. All right, and prior to the flood, man, because that second death, which is that nuclear hellfire, is gonna be scripture tell you is gonna be greater than that first flood, man, which was that water, man, that flooded the whole earth. Both the flood, one of water, one of nuclear missiles, man. All right, go ahead, brother. Back in that loop. That was it. I can get back in that loop for you, brother. It's the book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 29 again. It says, "But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all."
That's right, man. So, as in the days of old, man, all right, as the Lord destroyed, um, you know, destroyed that place with fire and brimstone, all right, the Lord is going to do the same thing, all right,
Worse.
Babylon.
Worse.
Worse, all right.
Yeah.
So, your inward thought would be not to continue, all right. If you want to, it's all right to, buy whatever you're gonna buy, but you don't have it within your mind to believe that these things are gonna last forever, all right? Because this world is temporal, all right? And these things are temporal as well, all right?
That's right. I got you one backing it up, brother. It says, it's backing up that point you made. All right. It says, see. Go ahead, keep making your point. I'm gonna get it out.
But the things, right, that we see here, all right, are temporal, man. All right? We believe in the scriptures, all right. We believe in the words of the Heavenly Father, all right. The scriptures say that the words of the Heavenly Father are purified as gold 7 times, man. So and we have faith and believe that these things are going to come to pass.
That's right. I got it right here for you. It's 1 Corinthians 7 and 31. It says, "And they that use this world," or Salaki, I'm going to start up because this is backing up that point what Luke 17 is making, man. All right. And the other one as well, man, Matthew. All right. It says, 1 Corinthians 7, and I'm going to start at 29. "But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none." You got it.
And that goes for wives, all right. That goes for land that you may have, all right. Your family, your children, your friends, all right. Whatever the case may be, man. All of these things, all right. You wanna have in your mind, all right. That you can lose all of these things, man. All right. You can lose everything, man. All right. That's why it tells you, you have no wives, all right, because the things that are going to happen, all right, it may not be that your wife may make it out of that, man, all right? It may not be that she may follow you when all of this hell breaks loose and things like that, man, all right? So you got to live with the intent of that you will lose these things, all right?
Right, man. It's talking spiritually, man. It says, "But this I say, brethren, the time is short and remaining that both they that have wives be as though they had none." Right. Spiritually, man. Right. Because ultimately, this wisdom, this is our wife. This is Sophia, man. Yeah. All right? This is our number one source of power. So if we do have wives, be as though we have none, man. All right? Meaning what? Put the truth first, man. Put Yahweh Hashem Yahushua first and foremost, man. And follow after prophecy. All right? It says, "And they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away."
Yeah, like the scripture says, as those that it says using the world, all right, but not abusing it. And what else it said?
For the fashion of this world passeth away.
Can you start from the?
Oh, Salaki, this is 1 Corinthians 7 and 31. and they that use this world as not abusing it. For the fashion of this world passeth away.
That's right, man. So basically, we're just to use this to the best of our ability while we're here, right? But not to get entangled into the things that this world, gives us, man.
Yeah.
Right?
That was backing up the point you made earlier because you said what? Yeah, we have to go out in America and get our daily bread, perhaps, and get food, get groceries, pay bills, things like that. And how Shai said, well, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, man. But as far as obtaining onto the philosophies of this world, living like it, living up under the cloak of it, all right, worshiping it, all right, no, man. That's why scriptures tell you, flee out of the midst of Babylon, man. That's talking about spiritually flee out of this place, man. Don't take up and partake of the wickedness and the wine and the dogmas that Esau pushes out, man. That's not talking about skip countries or skip go to the other side of the planet and hide, man. You can't escape the judgment of the Lord, man. That's being simple. It's talking about spiritually, right? All right. It says, but I have you without carefulness, he that is unmarried. We explain to him what unmarried means. Go ahead,
Being unmarried, meaning that not he that is unmarried. Go ahead, read. You can
It
read
says, he that is unmarried careth for the things that belong to the Lord.
That's right.
How
So,
he may please the Lord.
That's right. So he that is not in the world, all right, seek for the things that how he may please the Lord. All right. But if you marry to the world, if you're into those philosophies, or if you're into those different doctrines, all right, then you care for the things of the world spiritually.
Right. And that's not, and ultimately it says unmarried, man, because you still may be what so-called married in this society, right? Or actually married on joined onto a woman, but unmarried at the same time, meaning what? You're not giving your all to that. You're not taking heed to that. You're putting everything that the Lord says first and foremost, man, and abiding your life by that, right? It says, but he that is married, all right, carry for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife, man. How he may please the world, man. How he may cater to maybe his actual wife or a philosophy of the world, man. Oh, what is he? He puts his game first. His Xbox, his PlayStation, all right? He puts FedEx first, all right? He puts his law practice or his medicine practice first. He puts his twit card first, man. All right? Or his what Jake be getting to drive these trucks?
CDL.
CDL first, man. We put the most high first, man. So we're gonna be as if though we buy not and sell not, right? Because we know these things are temporary, man. All right, these things around us are what? Passing away. The fashion of this world passing away. All right, you got some. You want that? Bring that article out.
Yeah, I want to bring this article out. All right,
I'm gonna go back to Luke 17.
This is an article. All right, from Natural News. All right, it says important indicator shows that the U.S. is headed for its worst real estate crash in country's history.
Right, and when we're talking about buying and selling that, we're talking about a spiritual aspect. We're not talking about literal real estate, man. We're not talking about property physical that you can actually see, touch, put your hands on, right? But this article is going to get into how the real estate in America, right, which is the trade of buying and selling homes or property, right? It's crashing. It's coming to a crash. It's coming to an end. It's coming to a halt. You have people that are on the rise of buying houses and people on the rise of selling houses. So it's a revolving door of what? Well, you got people that's selling their houses, but where are they going to go? They have to buy something out. They have to buy something. That's Esau's system, right? But in the Most High system, we hold these things as temporal, knowing that what? One day, you could be in your house, and the next day, you could be as a pilgrim on the earth, man. What the Lord speaks of. Go ahead, brother.
All right, it says to be sure. It says to be sure. This isn't what you would call bona fide financial advice. We give that here, we don't give that here, but there is a warning if you are a property owner.
Right, meaning what? We're not going to sugarcoat what we're giving to you.
Right.
We're going to tell you what's going on, which the Spirit of the Most High puts it on His prophets, man, His law. his hopeful elect to go out and prophesy these things. So from the apostle on down to the least of us, we've been talking about these things and how America is gonna on the collapse and on the brink of all hell breaking loose, man. All right. Prophecy means to say before, but this is just another piece of edification, just showing you that America is going into the path of destruction, man. What we're speaking about. Go ahead, brother.
It says, and you have been thinking, if you have been thinking about selling, all right, it says now might be the perfect time to do all that while you still can.
Well, you still can, because that digital dollar, that UBI is
Yep.
coming into place. All right, that is going to be a charagma based system, a Revelation 13 and 16 based system. So they're inching their way towards it. So it's like, while you still can, because all hell is going to break loose, and everybody that doesn't have that charagma, they're not going to be able to buy, sell. All right, say they have that charagma. All right, Revelation 13 and 16. Go ahead, brother.
It says, according to the financialists, a key.
And that's why, if I can say, that's why the Lord is saying, he that buyeth be as though he buyeth not, he that sell be as though he selleth not, man. The Lord is warning you that it's going to come upon a time here in America where you're not going to be able to go inside of Chase Bank or inside of Whitney Hancock and get your deposit or make your withdrawal, man. If you don't have that chip, you're not going to be able to go in the store and get a Subway sandwich or pump gas unless you have that chip, man. The society is heading towards it, man. Go ahead, brother. You want to say something? You got it.
It says a key indicator shows that America could be headed for its worst real estate crash in the country's history.
Right, and that key indicator is the scriptures, man. All right, we understand what that key indicator is. We know that the scriptures is everything goes back to the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and what he wants for America, his will for America. So they can have somebody putting it out that's a so-called expert on it, but who controls that expert? Who controls the ways of he stroking that pen or typing that blog in, man? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, go ahead, brother.
It says after a shocking large price bubble appeared to have formed, although it is impossible to predict economic crashes with certainty.
It's not impossible. The scriptures predict economic crashes, man.
That's right.
All right, I'm gonna get it right here, man.
Say,
I'm gonna get it right here. The scriptures speak of economic crashes in America, man. All right, this is Zephaniah 1 and 10. It says, I'm gonna start at 12. It says Zephaniah 1 and 12, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lees. Right? They settled and they're complacent because they're invested in the stock market. They're invested in real estate. They're invested in the medicines, how to hit licks, how to flip houses, how to do better their business in the lust of the world, man. All right, in the traps and the snares of the world. So they're settled on their leads. They don't consider the day of the Lord and the wrath that's going to come in this place. Just like the people that were at the antediluvian Israelites, which means before the flood. All right, just like the Israelites in Sodom and Gomorrah. And guess what happened to them? They were destroyed, man. All right, it says, and that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. Therefore, their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. That's what's coming to America, man. Their goods going to be a booty, and your house is going to be a desolation, man. That's why the Most High said, come out of her, my people. These things are like that. These things around us are temporary, man. All right, it says, they shall build houses, but not inhabit them. All right, because we're seeing a lot of building, but the Most High says, speaking of Esau, Edom, thou shalt build, but I shall destroy, man. And you 2/3 of Israelites, you're following after, because what are these people doing in this? For example, the brothers bring it out in this real estate article. You got people that's what? They're building houses to sell them, right? But nobody's going to inhabit those houses, man. That's why it's telling you in this article right here, and the scriptures most importantly, that it's coming to a crash. Here it goes. It says, but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. Yeah, you so-called sowing your seed in America, trying to get something back, right? Trying to flip this, flip that, put my money in this, put my money in that to retain a quote unquote investment, right? But you're not going to get the benefits thereof. It says the great day of the great day of the Lord is near. It is near that hasted greatly, right? Even the voice of the day of the Lord, because the voice of the day of the Lord is the prophets, man. We're the voice of the Lord. All right, and we're going out on the highways and byways and not giving up, man. We're out here. Oh, dang, they're back again. You know how they say? All right. It says, "The mighty man shall cry there bitterly." All right. That day. So like, where am I at? Where am I at? All right. I'm gonna jump up. All right. It says, we got that meat off of that. I'm gonna jump up to the point. It's Zephaniah 1:10. "And it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord, that there shall be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills." What is that talking about, man? The stock market, the economy, all right? A cry from the fish gate, where they do the multitudes of commerce at, man. All right? Where you see when they show it, man, Wall Street, man. Where you have what? Oh, this big, that big, Dow Jones, surplus, and it's going up and it's going down. 1 minute is that. Oh, we're crunching numbers, punching them all in, losing sleep, man. All right, to try to progress and try to keep their riches afloat. Go ahead, brother.
If I could say, when Esau create these, these articles and whatnot, they always like to, they mix the truth with a lie, and they also like to kind of make, they like to mix in comfortability, with what they say, all right, because, they gotta, they basically want to keep people asleep, man, but at the same time, you know, uh, uh, you know, tell a lie. You know what I mean? So you gotta pick, like the brother said, you gotta pick the meat from the bones and realize that Esau got smooth words, man.
Yeah.
Right? That's the way he operates.
Yeah, man.
Right?
And the Lord is protected from that, man.
Right.
Let me get it for you real quick, all right? Because the Lord is protecting us by warning us and telling us these things are temporary, man. He's protecting us from this devil. It's Psalms 55:21. It says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Right.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords." You got it, put those back in you.
Yeah, man. So his words are smoother than butter, man. All right, meaning that he knows what's going on. All right, but he's gonna put out there to make you think. Because what is America slogan? The great, the proud. All right, ain't nothing can happen to this place. All right, this is the greatest country ever. All right, so that's the reason why he puts those little things in there, like, oh, we don't know when this is gonna happen. Blase, blase. All right,
Yeah.
but in reality, all right, we know what's really going on because what these prophecies are coming to pass. All right, and everything that he's saying, all right, is lining up with the scriptures in the sense of, oh, our economy is not really doing bad, but we on the verge. It's coming soon. All right, but we know it's closer than what he's saying.
Yeah,
all
man.
right.
It's gonna be like Zephaniah 1:10, a cry from the fish gate, man, the crashing of the hills, man. And when they have those interpretations of the stock market, they have what? Those little graphs, man, look like hills, man.
Yeah.
Right? It's gonna be a crashing of that, meaning what? It's gonna be no more what? Oh, place your bid on this, place your bid on that. Invest in this, invest in that. No, man. It's gonna be all hell. It's gonna be what? Take this. I almost said it. Take this charagma. All right. Then you could participate in this. Then you could cross over on this side and reap those benefits. But with Esau, it's always gonna be about his agenda, man. And it's gonna cost you Israelites your lives, man. What are you not realizing? It's always been about the expense of you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, man. It's always been about your blood, man, your lives, right? He's always been about persecuting you, man. All right, this is back in that Luke. You had one, brother? Back in that. Oh yeah, go back to the. They got some more on that. If not, we can skip that and go to the gasoline prices. Go ahead, brother.
It says, although it is impossible to predict the economic crash with certainty, a key economic indicator suggests the U.S. housing market is on the verge of an unprecedented crash, one that could end up being the biggest in America's history.
Right. And what is that crash going to ultimately come from? Because think about it, you have people that want to buy houses, people that want to sell houses, right? So where do they all go? What's going to make that whole arena collapse? It's going to be a transfer of the currency system, man. That's gonna go from actual paper dollars to what? This charagma, all right? Digital, man. That's what's gonna make that whole housing system collapse, man. All right, you got the rising gas prices. You got it, brother. Let me get some more on this Luke. All right, it's Luke, and that's why the Lord is saying this, man. This is Luke chapter 17. All right, verse 30. It says, "Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop, and his house in the stuff, Salaki, and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back." That's right, man. Meaning what? Your life, your investments, your whatever you have sold up into the society, all right, you don't take that with you on this journey to come, man, because all hell is going to break loose, all persecution is going to be upon us, man. Like we're going to get in 2nd Ezra 16, man. Be as though a pilgrim in that day, man. The Lord called us to do that because of the hell we're going to be faced with, man. All right, and this is another form of this society being what? Collapsing, man. All right, go ahead, brother. Bring it out.
This is another article. It says rising gas prices hit $7 a gallon.
How much?
$7 a gallon.
Completion, man. Right. Go ahead.
If crude oil costs spike and tensions between Russia and Ukraine escalates. All right. It says
hey, and we can get that we can get it real quick. This is Revelation 6 and 6. It says muted. It was muted. Shalom, Akim.
Shalakia, Akim.
We're having some technical difficulties. Let us know if y'all can hear us. Is the volume good? We're going to go back to it. Let us know if the volume is good.
All right. We're going to read at the top again, Akim. This
All
is,
right.
it says, rising gas prices to hit $7 a gallon.
Right. Rising gas prices to hit $7 a gallon. Meaning what? 7 going into completion, right? But this is the book of Revelation chapter 6, verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Right? And Yahushua, he was persecuted during Roman time, right? When you go into that word penny, it's a Roman silver coin. And going into basically dinero, man, which when you go into it, it's like 1/10 of a thing. So you would have gas prices, for instance, like the brother said, could potentially go up to $7, but that's speaking of it. Just imagine gas prices being 10 times that, meaning it going up to $70 a gallon. Right? Or you have a meal that's worth $5, it would go to 50, 5 times 10. Or you would have something that's worth $100, it would go to $1,000. Right? That's inflation, man. Yeah. All right. Got some more?
Yeah. It says if crude oil cost spikes and tensions between Russia and Ukraine escalates, all right? They got more on it. It says even with no lockdowns, Americans may be inclined to travel less this year.
That's right.
All right. It said that goes into
more inclined to travel less, man. Yeah. All right. Back in that Luke 17 real quick. It's Luke 17, verse 31. In that day he which shall be upon the housetop, and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Remember Lot's wife, because Lot's wife was turned to a pillar of salt by the Lord for doing what? Going back on the philosophies. Basically not being able to separate yourself from the world, man. Not being able to, you walking on the right path, but the world keeps dragging you back, man. Dragging you more and more back into the world, and then what? The Lord ultimately destroys you in whatever you were comfortable in, man. That's why Sirach 5 and 7 says what? Make no terror to come to the Lord, because you could be in your security 1 minute and the Lord will just have you out here just in complete disorder and utter confusion, man. So you have to trust on the Lord because he controls all of that, man. All of the affairs of life. All right? It says, verse 33, whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it.
That's right. So whoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, man. All right, because what, man? If you put your trust in the system, all right, knowing, all right, not knowing that it's gonna fail, or knowing that it's gonna fail, all right, you're gonna lose everything, man. All right, because the scripture saying that this world, all right, passing away as a shadow, man. That means everything, all right, all these materialistic things, all right, gonna ultimately be burnt up in the fire, man. All right, which is those ICBM missiles, man. All right, not to mention that you're gonna have total anarchy, all right, in America, in Babylon, all right, and all throughout the 4 corners of the world, all right. So you ain't even gonna be able to enjoy those things in the first place, man. All right, but it says he that seeketh what to lose his life, all right, shall gain it, man. All right, meaning that giving up everything that this world has to offer, all right, for the scriptures, man. All right, the how about Shimi Awashad. All right,
that's right, man. You got one, brother? I got one.
I'm still in the article.
You still in it? Go ahead and bring it out, and we can get into second of the 16.
It says, because Shalakia, it says, even with no lockdowns, Americans may be inclined to travel less this year.
Man. Right. Even with no lockdowns, meaning what? You're gonna have a decision to make. Either you're gonna take, and we've seen all those that's going in the way of this Revelation 13 and 16, man. We can see the ones that are gonna take it because you taking this juice, man. You've allowed yourself to be susceptible to Esau already, man. For him to get inside your DNA, man, manipulate you. So how much more with this chip, with this Karagma chips, Ahoy, Doritos,
Oh, man.
with this Caragna, alright? So how much more with that? You know, if Jake has something to do and put something on the line in front of Jake, he's gonna go with the carnal aspect of things, man. He's not gonna go with the spiritual. Alright? You got
I
some
got
more? Go
more.
ahead, huh?
It says that's because of rising gas prices brought about by a spike in the cost of crude oil, an unsteady supply chain, and the escalating tensions between Russia and Iran. All right,
Ukraine.
Shalaki, Ukraine.
You got
All
it.
right, and and an energy expert already predicted gas prices could soar to a crippling $7 a gallon, which could be doubled in, in preventing 3.5, yeah, 3.5 a gallon average this year in the United States.
Great, man. So a 3.5 a gallon average means what? That the whole year, the average price of gas been at 3.5. If it goes up to that 7, that's gonna rise it all up, man. So that Esau is about numbers, but guess who's the ultimate so-called mathematician, right? Yahweh Ba Shem Yahushua, man. When you go into that word truth, it means a mot. All right, the Lord has the ultimate truth, the ultimate calculated. He calculated this place down to everything, man. To everything. Every moment is calculated in the society, man. All right, and I'll give you a second. That's 16. You got more?
I got more on it, but
Yeah, it's gonna go into this. Second Ezra 16, and I'm gonna start at verse 37. It says, "Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the ninth month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb."
that's right. So the scriptures are saying the scriptures are referring, all right, are likening a woman, all right, whenever she's in, you know, her last trimester of pregnancy, all right, to you know, all hell breaking loose, all right, and then what they slack, all
Yeah,
right, they slack not,
the
all right,
birth pains, man. Like,
all right,
she start having those contractions, and that's how America is going, man. America's having those birth pains, them contractions, because Yahweh Shai is about to crack those clouds, man. You see it in this place. The brother just read the real estate economy, the gas prices. We can go keep going on into them, man. All right, it's gonna be what? Jacob's trouble. You're gonna have inflation. The brother went into the famine. All right, pestilence. All right, all those things are on the horizon as birth pains. Ultimately, for Yahweh Shai to crack those clouds is deliver his elect, his anointing. All right, Shalom, my king, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakadam.
Shalom,
All right, it says, "Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side."
that's right, the world shall mourn, all right, and they shall come upon it on every side, man, meaning that everybody's going to be affected by these plagues that the Lord is going to put upon the earth, man,
Right.
all right, and inflation is one of those things that the Lord is starting to put, all right, as you can see on the earth, man, and it's going to progressively get worse, man, because like the scripture says, man, as a woman that is in her ninth month, man, all right, it continuously goes and increases, all right, until what? She has her baby, man, all right?
Yeah, that's right. It says, "And the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side." Because if I can say, like we have a platform, we share information, and we're seeing the world. We're seeing different articles from the UK, different articles from South Africa, Russia, China, Libya, you know, Israel. We're seeing all types of different articles showing and broadcasting this truth and making it manifest through this book throughout the four corners, man. Wherever Israel is scattered, man. That's because the Most High's people are scattered throughout the four corners, man. And his judgment is being played out throughout the four corners, man. Because the earth is up for a great cleansing process. Because we know the earth is not going to be destroyed, all right? America is going to be destroyed, all right? The earth is basically going to get a black eye, man. You know, because the earth is, how much, America is just a drop within the earth, basically, man. You know, America is not compared to the rest of the earth, but it's the wicked. It's the most wicked. It disgusting cesspool drop ever, portion ever of this earth, right? It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and the sorrow shall come upon it on every side. And that's what those contractions feel like. It's feel like it's just coming from everywhere, man. It's like, oh, my whole body is just aching, aching, aching. All right, because I'm gonna produce that man child, man, that son, right? That child, man. All right, you got something, brother?
All right.
Yeah.
It says, my guess is that you are going to see $5 a gallon at a triple digit oil price. It says, as soon as you get to $100, and you might be to 650 or $7. All right. It says, Dan, founder of Energy World, all right, told Yahoo Finance. It says crude oil currently trades at $91 per barrel, all right, driving gas prices in the United States to an average of $3.53 per gallon. It
Right,
says,
and these, see, that's a market right there. Like the market controls the ultimate, what you see, what you live in, what you buy, what you purchase. The market controls that. So if the market of certain industries is inflated, it's going to control the rest of the things that that industry controls. Just like the real estate industry is controlled by a market. And if that market is crashing, if that market is headed towards an agenda, which we all know, like the Georgia guys, the NWO, then that market, then that industry, whatever it is going to crash. It's going to follow after it. So Esau's basically trying to root up all these industries, root them up. Real estate, rooting up. Hip hop industry, rooting it up, and they're all going towards this digital currency, this one world currency. Revelation 13 to 16, man. MOTB. Go ahead, brother.
it says up by 6.46%. All right. In January, and 37% from the same month last year, according to the data from American Automobile Association.
Right.
It says, and there is no sign the speeding prices hikes will slow down, break, or stop. That goes into, again, like the brother just not brought out that scripture, all right, of the birth pains, all right. They're not stopping, they're continuing to get worse, all right. Between the tight supply of oil worldwide and the increasing demand that the receipt for high prices at the pump, all right, said Tiffany Wright, spokesperson from AAA, the Auto Club Group in Carolinas. Unfortunately, the motorists, it doesn't appear that this trend will change anytime soon. So pretty much they're saying it doesn't seem like these gas prices, all right, are going to go down, all right. Because usually, I mean, back a few years ago, man, right, gas prices would go up, they would go down. But here it is, they're saying that it looks like it's not going to change, man. All
Yeah.
right, continue to see them continuously go up or stay the same, right?
Right, I got one thing you right up. You got it. Second Esdras 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Right? A man shall desire to go into the city, but shall not be able. All right. And if you ain't got no gas to put in your car, all right, if gas is too expensive, all right, you're not able to go into the city. All right, you're not able to go into
To another city.
yeah.
If you gotta spend $70 to put 1 gallon, or even if it goes up to seven, it's gonna be detrimental. If you gotta spend $7 to put 1 gallon in your car, that means if you got a 15-gallon car, you gotta spend what's that? 30, $105, right? To what? Fill up your tank? Come on, man. That's what it's gonna cause. This right here. It says a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able, because they're also gonna have checkpoints. Do you have the Quran? We making sure before you leave out of this city. Do you have the Quran? Do you have the MOTB? Do you have it? Oh, you can't go to BR. You can't go to this place, that place. You can't even go out the next city, man. As well as the inflation. All right, the gas prices high. That's why it's going to be birth pains, man. different birth pains that's going to take this place down. Man. It says, all right, 2nd Ezra 15 and 18, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
That's right. The lack of bread, all right, food, and great tribulation, man. All right, because ultimately, all right, these gas prices is gonna lead to people not being able to make a living because they won't be able to go to their jobs.
Yeah, man.
All right, they won't be able to go to their jobs now. All right,
And
and
like I say, it's not gonna be only gas, because it's gonna be, oh now Jake used to go on to get Happy Meals. Jake used to go on to get, oh now it's
that's
$20 for a Happy Meal. That's why it says they gonna be like in 2nd Ezra 15:19 already different. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
taking the things that they need, right? Because what they can't go into the store and buy them, right? And these storehouses, all right, they're gonna get spoiled too, all right? They're gonna eventually go in those storehouses, all right? Your Super Ones, all right? Your Sam's Clubs, all right? All of these stores that supply food, all right? People are eventually gonna go in there and take what they want. Right? That's why this one say that they shall not regard their kings
And that's beautiful, because that's why it's a birth pain as well. You're gonna have also, you're gonna have the political aspect of this place is crashing. So it's gonna be all these things happening simultaneously. That's going to what ultimately ending the elect being saved, and how shine cracking the clouds, deliverance. See, it's a righteous aspect to it as well, man. So this place is ultimately getting it's going to be cleansed by that nuclear fire, but it's going to be cleansed within, man. All right, with all these birth pains, famine, pestilence, the sword, sedition amongst men. All right, the crashing from the hills, the economy. All right, back in the second edition, second edition 16, second edition 16, back in 16, let's see where we at. Verse 39, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Let's look this way out. Be even as pilgrims upon the earth, man. Go ahead, brother.
be as even pilgrims upon the earth, man. All right, meaning what? All right, meaning that we gonna have to maneuver, man. All right, and other people are gonna be maneuvering as well, man. All right, because what evils are gonna be multiplied on the earth, man. It's gonna be unsafe. All right, it's gonna be unsafe for the elect, man. All right, not only because of that, but Esau's gonna put it out there to where what we must have these men come in, all right, and teaching the Bible, all right, all right. It's gonna be as the scriptures say, they're gonna persecute you, all right.
Yep, I got it for you right here. Oh,
Nice
I got it for you right here. Let me hold it so I can fix it. Tell me if it's on you, brother.
It's all me.
This is Acts 14 and 22. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation
Right.
enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
That's right. With much tribulation, we shall enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
That's right.
All right, meaning that we're gonna be faced, all right, with all kind of adversities, man. All right, and being having to go into the wilderness, all right, having to deal with famine, even though the Lord, is gonna provide for us, all right. The Lord may, have you go through a day or two without any food, man. All right, to test your faith, all right. But still, all right, when much tribulation, you have to enter into the kingdom, man. Our faith is going to be tested pretty much, man.
That's
All
right,
right?
man. Second Ezra 16, all right? It says, Second Ezra 16 and 40, O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. We're going to have to be as pilgrims, man, because it's going to get so wild out here, get so perilous, dangerous, all right? It's going to be at that point in time, full-blown Jacob's trouble, man. So what? We're going to have to be as what? Like the scripture said, verse 41. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. When the Most High said, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her plague, this is what he meant, man, by coming out of her, man. One that buy, that he, man, we go shaking. All right, it says, we just in Louisiana weather, GmsLouisianaSaints. All right, just trying to sit down for the Lord, man. Just trying to keep the Lord word, all right, and keep up the works, man. Prophesy to the end, all right. The second Ezra 16 and 40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those days be even as pilgrims upon the earth. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it. Meaning what? You occupy merchandise, you have goods, you have things that you're selling, you buying. Come out of that aspect of thinking and that mindset and turn it to the spiritual mindset and know that this place is about to be destroyed. These things are temporary. This corona is about to be in full force. This dollar is crashing. All right. These pestilence, these inflation is going up. This famine is on the horizon, man. All right. So you be as though you buy it and you sell it not, man, because now you're operating under the safety of the Lord, under the Lord's safety net, man. Now you're not tarrying anymore. Now you're not in your own security. You're in the security of the Lord and how He moves, man. Now you're circumspect and operating as a harmless as a dove and wise as a serpent, man. All right. It says, you got one, brother? It says, he that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planted the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. That's right, man. And therefore they that labor in vain, because the fashion of this world pass away, man. All right. This society is a fabricated mirage of what Esau once was, man. The kingdom of heaven is something that is obtainable only by spiritual men, only by the elect, man. On this side, Israel will be saved in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right. But until then, what do? We prophesy to the end, man. It says, strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children. That's right, man. Having birth, well, what? Oh, you kidnapped. All right, you're in a situation where it's just all full blown out danger, man. All right, creeping in and setting in, man. And backing up what you said, it says, for strangers shall reap their fruit, because you read earlier that what? They shall be in that house spoiling the goods, man. All right? Because what? Oh, I got 4 babies, 5 babies. You got cans of Similac in your house. You know, you got canned goods in your house. You got stuff that I can use. So the dollar is collapsed. What am I gonna do? Turn to a beast and use that carnal mindset and not think spiritual, man. But the men of the Lord are gonna think spiritual and get out of America, man. Go ahead, brother.
All right. This is Second Peter uh, 3:10. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away. All right, with a great noise, the elements shall melt with fervor." All right, speaking about, you know, the ICB in this one, but the point is right here. It says, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye be in all holy conversation and godliness, man?" All
That's right.
right, so knowing that the Lord is going to melt the heavens and the earth, all right, which is this kingdom, all right, and everything that you see here, all right, what conversation should you be in, man? Should you put your heart behind these things that you're going to invest in, whether you sell them or you buy them? All right, no. All right, our
That's right.
conversation should be in heaven. All right, where what things aren't going to be eternal, man. The scripture says, "Seek the things that are the things that you see, all right, are temporal, but the things that we don't see, all right, are spiritual, man.
Yeah.
All right, and everlasting, all right, eternal,
Got you.
all right.
Let's take it out.
Uh,
Even break it down to yourself. It's Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
all right, man. Seek Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, all right, and all these things that you have in your mind, all right, how you want to have
Yes.
a family,
Right.
and all these things like this, man. It's gonna be given to you, man. If you just have patience and wait.
What career you want to have? You're gonna be employed in the kingdom of heaven on the right hand side if you do the works, man. You're gonna be an employee of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, spiritual, man, a king, priest, judge, ruler, man, over the earth. You just have to wait in due time, man. But with that, all right, Lord willing, this message was edifying. We're gonna face the east and give infinite honor and praises to
Yahweh
Bashim
Yahushua,
Bashim
Arakadash.
Double honors to the apostles, great millstone, who rule well and teach well, and worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Aki, and pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time. Call me Yashala.
Kwame Ashala.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Akiyam. Shabbat Shalom.